Good morning, friends. How are y'all this morning? Y'all, I just keep getting this old school song just keeps getting stuck in my head. Some of y'all may know it, and some of you don't. That poor, poor, pitiful me. If I could sing, I would sing it to y'all. Poor, poor, pitiful me. Poor, poor, pitiful me. Well, some of y'all might be feeling that way this morning, like, oh, woe is me, like Eeyore, like, what else can go wrong? There's so many things that's already gone wrong. The dishwasher broke, something happened at school. There's so many things that could go wrong, and sometimes we get caught up in that poor, poor, pitiful me, that or woe is me, and there's some people out there that whenever you feel like you are having a bad day and you just need some encouraging, then they're like, well, they even got it worse than you do. So, I don't even know where I'm going with all this, but anyway, just bear with me, y'all. I just remember I had a friend years and years ago, and it was kind of a God thing how we got to be friends. When I was praying, her name and her face would just keep coming up, as I was praying. So I was just praying for her. And then, so finally one day I was like, hey, you might think this is crazy, but I just feel like I need to be praying for you. And I don't even know why. So it wasn't long later, she confided in me that she was going through a divorce. I had no idea what was going on in her life or anything like that. So through this season of her life, and God put us together so that I could be an encouragement to her, and that we could just be friends and lean on each other. But anyway, she called me up and she'd be like, you're not going to believe what he's done this time, and she'd be like, oh, Eeyore. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you so much time to be in that poor, poor, pitiful me. But then we got to snap out of it. We got to shift our thinking, and we are going to focus on the positive. We're going to focus on the future. We're going to do these things. We're going to walk through this together. And now, years later, she can look back and see where God brought her through all those difficult seasons. But y'all, another thing that came to my mind was whenever I got attacked by that pit bull last year, and I almost died. Seriously. But people just thought, oh, well, she just got bit by a dog. But, the people that was closest to me knew really how bad it was. Like, I couldn't move. I depended totally on my family for at least a whole month because I couldn't go outside. I couldn't drive my car. Literally both arms and both legs was bandaged up. I had to have my bandages cleaned, my wounds cleaned and bandaged 3 times a day, I think, to start with. And I couldn't go outside. I couldn't do anything. So I had all these people that would come and visit me. Well, this one person came. They came to drop off some food. They sat over here and they was talking to me. And they didn't even seem like they were concerned about what happened to me. They was visiting me to try to encourage me, but they came and said, well, I'm sorry this happened to you, but at least this and this and this and this and this didn't happen to you like it's happened to me. And, when this person left, my kids was like, Mama, we can't believe they were saying all of that, because the things that they were talking about was just like minor things, like somebody stumping their toe or whatever, and so, but sometimes we get so focused on ourselves that we really can't see what the needs are of others. And today I want us to encourage you to let's try to get out of that mindset, because sometimes we get so focused on our own selves that we can't see what other people need. And God really wants us to be focused on, how we can be an encouragement to somebody else. And I promise you, when you encourage somebody else, you yourself are going to be encouraged. let's see, Galatians chapter 6, verses 9 and 10 says, don't get tired of doing what is good. Don't get discouraged and give up, for you will reap a harvest of blessing at the appropriate time. Whenever we have the opportunity, we should do good to everyone, especially to our Christian brothers and sisters. So, y'all, today let's try to get our minds off of ourselves and try to encourage somebody, at least just one person. I know that you might be going through some tough times. I'm sorry, and we all got something going on. But if we would just take a moment today to get our mind off of ourselves and encourage somebody else, I promise you, it is going to brighten your day. I heard this little thing yesterday. I don't know if it goes with what I'm saying or not, but anyway, it was funny to me. I listen to Joyce Meyer sometimes, and she was talking about giving people grace. She said they was at the store one day, and it was her and her evangelist friend and the little girl that was checking them out, asking what they were doing, and they were like, well, we're here for a conference, a Christian conference. And the little girl said, oh, well, I'm spiritual. And so Joyce Meyer's like, oh, I get a little skeptical when people tell me they're spiritual because I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm just trying to love them anyway. But then the girl went on to say, well, yeah, I cuss, and I think God cusses too. Joyce Meyer said, well, I was not going to let her offend God like that. I leaned up and said, ma'am, God does not cuss. She said, but my evangelist friend leaned up and said, but he loves people who do. So y'all, God loves you no matter where you are. He doesn't expect us to be perfect. He expects us to love him and to love others. And he will work those things out of us, And let's try not to be judgmental today. Let's try to go out and see the best in somebody and love them. And y'all, I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, guys.